Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you are new, welcome, and if you've watched some of my past videos, thank you so much for tuning into this one as well. Today's video is all about healthy eating, and I share with you guys 5 tips that I use in my life pretty much on a daily basis to help me eat healthy and nourish my body with the foods that make me feel my best. I started using these tips probably 3 years ago when I really started my self-love and healing journey, and they have honestly been such game changers in my life. So I thought it would be a great idea to share with you guys some of them, and so hopefully they can help you. So let's get to it. Tip number 1 is to think before you buy. If you buy crap at the store, you're going to eat crap. So fill your pantry and fridge up with the healthy, nourishing foods that make you feel good and that give your body all the wonderful benefits that it needs in order to thrive. So what I like to do is if I don't want to eat it, I don't put it in my pantry. So if there's certain foods that you're trying to cut back on, or you're trying not to eat as much, just don't buy them and buy the foods that you want to be eating, like the whole foods with fresh fruits and vegetables and the whole grains and all that kind of yummy stuff. And then you have no choice but to eat it because you are only buying that. I know it seems like such a simple concept, but I think it's one thing to know it and one thing to actually do it. So next time at your store and you're at the store and you're kind of debating whether or not you should buy this, think if you really want it or if maybe it's just your taste buds talking and not necessarily your mind and body. One thing I love to do, which is really helpful, is creating a grocery list before you go shopping. And this is a wonderful way to stick to the foods that you want to eat. I know sometimes when I go to the store without grocery lists, I'm like, oh, I need this, no, I need this. And I kind of buy things that I really don't want to be eating. And I'm shopping more with my eyes and not really with my body. And grocery shopping, creating a grocery list saves money. It reduces food waste. A lot of the food that we buy actually goes to waste, and it also allows you to save money. So it is a wonderful way to make sure you buy what it is you want to buy. So tip number 1, think before you buy. Tip number 2 is prep your meals. Now I'm saying prep all your meals unless you want to do that, because some people are really successful when they prep out their whole week's worth of meals. I personally love cooking too much, so I like kind of having the choice of cooking what I want for that meal each day. But do what works for you. But I like to prep the things that take a little longer. So things like lentils, rice, beans, quinoa, the things that take 20, 30, 40 minutes to make. What I do is when I make them for one meal, I'll make a bigger portion. So instead of 1 portion, I'll make 4. And then I'll put those extra portions in the fridge. So the next time that another meal comes around, I already have that thing that takes the longest to prepare already done. And then putting together healthy meals becomes so much faster. And I don't feel drawn to taking something that's maybe more convenient, that doesn't take as time, but may not have all the nutritional benefits that I'm looking for. Also find what it is that you don't like doing. So maybe you're I want to eat more fruits and vegetables, but I hate cutting up produce. So in the beginning of the week, cut up a bunch of produce, cut up a bunch of cucumbers and a bunch of carrots and a bunch of onions. That way making salads are really easy, because all you have to do is put a little handful into a bowl and voila, you have your salad already made. Find what you need to do in order to be your best and then do it. We know what we need to do, but doing it is completely different. So set yourself up for success and prepare what you can beforehand. Tip number 3 is cook once, eat twice. So this kind of relates to the meal prepping tip, but it's honestly been such a game changer in my life that I just wanted to give it its own little tip just because it's so amazing. But what I mean by cook once, eat twice is when you make yourself a meal, cook enough so that you have enough food for an extra meal. So I would do this when I was in school, or if I was working and I had to eat my meal or lunch or dinner there. Whenever I'd make dinner, for example, I would make extras, and that way at school, I would already have a lunch prepared for me. So when I got up in the morning, all I would have to do was grab my backpack and head over to the fridge and grab a container of food that's already made. And by doing so, I already have a healthy meal prepared for me, and I don't have to worry about prepping one and then getting lazy and not want to do it, and then just going to school and eating something that I really don't want to eat. So by doing this little tip, it saves you so much time and it just makes life so much easier, especially if you have a busy schedule. So if you're in school or you were at a job all day, I highly recommend doing this because you're already cooking dinner. So you just take a couple more minutes cutting up some extra produce or cooking some extra grains, and you will thank yourself at lunch the next day when you have this yummy, nutritious meal to eat. Tip number 4 is healthy does not mean boring. I love food way too much to eat bland tasting food, and honestly, healthy food is so amazing. And I think it's even more amazing because not only is it delicious in our mouths, but then it also nourishes our whole body. And so it's like also this like psychological benefit of yay, healthy food, healthy body, win-win, we're all happy. Don't force yourself to eat don't force yourself to eat foods you hate. If you hate celery, don't make yourself munch on celery sticks all day long because you heard it was healthy and you see everyone on Instagram doing it. Eat the healthy foods that make you feel good. With that being said, there's a lot of additives in food nowadays that make them addictive. And so if you're eating a lot of processed food, your body's gonna be naturally drawn, or more your taste buds are gonna be naturally drawn to those foods. But if you allow yourself to detox off those foods, you'll find yourself more drawn to the healthy, nourishing, whole foods that your body loves. So it's a process. It's not gonna happen overnight, but it's totally worth it in the end, so just keep on pushing. Number 5 is be patient with yourself. Creating a new lifestyle yourself, as I said before, it's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take a lot of time and practice and trial and error, and you're gonna have to find what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and maybe these tips work for you, maybe all of them don't. We're all unique and we all have our own individual needs. So allow yourself to grow and have fun through the growing process, because you're going to fail. It's inevitable. I've failed so many times in my journey, but every single failure I've had has helped me grow as an individual. My dad always says our greatest score is not in never falling, but rising every time we fall. And every time you rise up from one of your failures, you become stronger. And that's where your strength lies. So if you get up, dust yourself off. You got this, don't give up. My dog's barking right now. Sorry about my dogs, but you got this, don't give up. Believe in yourself, and I believe in you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video and you thought it was helpful, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please press the red subscribe button. And I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day, night, evening, whatever time it is, wherever it is that you are. I hope you're having a beautiful day filled with love. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's continue to make this a better world together.